Hello and welcome back to At Home with Haley. If you are new here, I'm Haley and this is my channel. I just started it a few months ago, so I don't have too many videos out there, but definitely have some things you guys could take a look at. And in today's video, what I'm doing is I just had a few areas in my kitchen that weren't working for me. So what I'm doing is I'm just adjusting some things to try a different way and see if another organization system would work better. So what you're looking at here is one of the cabinets on our new island. We just put this island in a few months ago, and there's a cabinet on each side of our stove. So you can see that stainless steel is the stove or oven. And then this is one of those sides. The other side holds our cat food container, which I think is working fine. It just keeps that hidden. It's just not something very pretty that you would want sitting out all the time. And this side is housing right now, as you're seeing, water bottles, some, what do you call those things I just had my hand on? All I can think is insulated. I don't know. It'll come to me in a minute, and you guys are probably already know what I'm trying to say. But mostly water bottles. That's a cutting board that I haven't been using much lately. And then there's a basket in there with some lids in it that go on cups and things like that. There's a koozie. But anyway, this cabinet has just not worked. Oh, and there's some lunch boxes in there. I was just showing you guys that one because it's huge and no one ever uses it, but I kept it, so whatever. So I'm just pulling everything out of this cabinet, and what I'm gonna do is swap this into another cabinet. So I have a cabinet that has all of our food storage containers in it. And it also has like some tea pitchers and things like that. So I'm going to leave the tea pitchers in the other cabinet, but I'm going to switch out and put the water bottles with those tea pitchers. So I'm just going to try this. I don't know if this will work better for us, but I mean, basically every time someone went to get a water bottle out, things were falling, huge loud noises. So hopefully this will work better for us. And then there was just a little bit of dust down in there. So I was going to get my vacuum and vacuum it out, but I couldn't find it. Someone was using it, I believe. I was just going to get the handheld portion, but I just swept it out onto the floor, and then I just wiped it down with, I would say Clorox wipe, but it's Walmart brand, I believe. But just a disinfectant wipe to get it nice and clean. And then after I do this, I will turn you around and you'll see the other cabinet and all the food storage containers that I'm gonna switch out. All right, so this is quite a mess too, but this cabinet actually was working better for me than the water bottle one. But here I was thinking, you know, I can put some of the water bottles on the shelf so they're not like all just piled on top of each other. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So here I'm just going to pull everything out that I'm going to move. So everything in here won't get moved to that other cabinet, but I'm going to go ahead and pull out everything that I plan to move to the other cabinet. at this point, I'm trying to kind of just stack up similar items or items that will fit kind of inside of one another. That's how I had it before. Over the holidays, it got messier than it was. So I just need to kind of get those back to how they were. And then those two green containers you see up there, they're holding a bunch of the lids to these. And then I also have down below that, it's two black magazine racks. You'll see them better in a minute. But I use that for like the larger lids. But as you can see, some of the lids I had just kind of thrown in here as I was just trying to rush through things. So they're not quite all where they need to be right now. And I do not declutter in this video. I strictly just wanted to get these switched out. I actually did get rid of a few water bottles, and I think I end up showing that later in the video. But for the containers, I don't declutter anything. I didn't have that much time to work on this day, so I just wanted to get them switched out and see if it started working better for us. So far, I do think the water bottles being in this cabinet has worked better. I need to declutter these containers. I need to match up all the lids and make sure I have a lid for everything. And if I don't, get rid of it. So that hopefully will be in an upcoming video. I'll declutter with you guys. But for now, I'm strictly just trying to kind of reorganize a little bit and get them moved over. So you can see I started stacking up all these. I just kind of did like larger things on the bottom and was able to kind of stack everything up on top of each other. It's not going to be good for quickly getting things in and out, but I didn't really know a better solution for right now. So that's what I did. And then I slid those two magazine rack or magazine holders in there. Always got a cat in the way, being nosy. With the bigger ones, I couldn't get these really to slide in there. So I had to do something different with those. But getting all the lids put in, and then you'll see me start trying to move over those green containers into this cabinet too. These cabinets on this island don't have any shelves, so it's just the bottom. So we may end up needing to like buy kind of like a shelf you would just slide in there, like a wire rack kind of shelf may help. But for now, I'm trying it this way. So far, it's been a few days since I did this, and it hasn't bothered me. you know, using this cabinet versus the other. Things aren't falling over like they were when the water bottles were here. So I was just moving this around. I shut the door to make sure the door would shut with it sitting there. And I'm just kind of trying to see the best way to get this in there. I think it's, you know, I've kind of been organizing different areas of my house over the last, I would say, year. So having the lids in these little containers, I think, is a good move if you're right now like putting the lid back on every single time. Like, I would tell myself I was going to do that, and then I wouldn't. And then also things, you can't stack them if you've got the lid on them, but you're losing the lid if you don't have it put somewhere. So I did do that just in the last year sometime, is try to find a better storage solution for the lids. And I think it's working out pretty good. You can at least just quickly look through those containers and find what you need normally. And now, just trying to figure out how I want to place things in this other cabinet. So some of the smaller water bottles, and there's some things that are not considered necessarily a water bottle, like that cactus cup. But it's got a lid. So like these are kind of things like with a straw or lid or something like that, that I don't want up in my cabinets above. So my cabinets above just have regular cups that don't have lids or anything. So that's kind of what this cabinet is for. So I'm putting some of the smaller ones above and then trying to fit the larger ones below. Thermos is the name of these things that keep your stuff warm. Couldn't think of that earlier. So I've got a few thermoses. Is that the plural of thermos, I guess? But I got a few of those, and that bag holds 2 of them. The bag's not in the best shape. Those thermoses are fine. There's 2 that have that print on them. And I wanted to get rid of the bag, but my husband was like, no, that's how you keep them together. So we'll keep the bag. That's fine. And as long as I can fit it all in here. So basically, like, if I start getting more cups than will fit in this cabinet, I feel like I just need to get rid of some stuff. So I'll continue to do that. And then I got that basket out that was in there, and I'm just kind of showing you some of the randomness that's in that basket. So birthday party stuff, the first thing I showed was like a Lego ice maker. I don't even know if it's an ice tray or if it's like, I think you're really supposed to make chocolates with it. Birthday candles, stuff like that. But I did just want to mention that I had a few people tell me recently that they have been watching my videos and that it gave them some motivation to declutter or clean up an area in their house. And that is just awesome for me to hear. That's why I'm doing this, and that is why I watch other people. So I think the first cleaning video or cleaning channel I watched was Amy Darley. So if you have not watched many other channels, you've just stumbled upon me. Amy Darley's a good one. I also watch Jamie's Journey. All right, I'm going to take a pause here to explain. These are some that I got rid of. I actually ended up keeping that purple one because I'm hopeful that I'll find the lid. But the other three, I got rid of. The lid on that cup one was cracked and I had thrown it away. So, all right, so I'm just continuing to reorganize, realizing I had more here in just a second. I forgot about the lunch bags. So I'm actually pulling those out so I can fit the lunch bags in here. But anyway, like I said, Jamie's Journey is one I watch. This Crazy Life. And then I do watch the WODs. She doesn't do as much cleaning, but she does like recipes and thrift hauls, Costco hauls, and then just general like things in her life. And so she's really fun to watch. I also watch Fearfully Made. She's one of my favorites. Her family's just super sweet, and she's super sweet and real and doesn't try to fake anything. She is what she says she is, and she puts herself out there, and I appreciate that. But basically, the reason for these cleaning videos, I think, for most channels is to give motivation, also to give ideas for how to do things differently than maybe you've thought of. So, I don't know, like it just hit me the other day. Oh, I don't have to keep these water bottles in the cabinet I put them in. Like, there's no rule that says they have to be there. So, I can move them. And maybe you haven't thought about that. Maybe there's an area in your house where you're storing something, but it's like super inefficient. You get aggravated every time you have to go to that area to get things out. Think about what you can move around to put it in a different location. Sometimes the answer is buying some kind of storage stuff to help you manage it. But a lot of times just moving it to a different location may work better. So, I really appreciated hearing that from some people, that I was motivating them, and I hope to be motivating you. If I'm not, tell me what you would love to see. If there's certain things you would like for me to show in a video. So just let me know. All right, so now I'm over at my pantry, and this drawer on my pantry houses like paper plates, paper napkins, basically things you would need for like a party or gathering. So I had some Thanksgiving type napkins left over. There was just a few little plates because I think we have been kind of using those. These pink ones came from my daughter's birthday party. She had like kind of a neon theme. So we had these bright pink, and I think we had some orange or neon green plates that we used. So basically I just wanted to straighten up this drawer and get all of the napkins kind of put together, all the paper plates put together, and then you'll see I've got like some not paper cups, but like plastic cups too. So I'm going to get all that organized in this drawer. And for these, I like to put these type things into little bags. So you would have seen that I put all the napkins together in a big Ziploc. I've got the plates put together in a Ziploc. And then I do have that other container of like just white napkins that were already in their bag. So I just like them to be contained like that. I think it keeps them from getting dusty. And then I'm just moving things around in this drawer until I see what works best. So just wanted to get it tidy so that when I go to grab something out, I know where everything is. I can quickly grab one of these Ziploc bags with the things in it that I need and use it. And then those containers, they were previously, you might have seen in the food container drawer. But really, I keep those so that if someone's at a gathering and they want to take some food home with them, it's something I can give them and not want it back. So I think those were actually like maybe Publix containers I ordered wings in. And they're supposed to be reusable. So they tell you to, reuse them to reduce waste, So I figure it's a good thing to keep. So I just washed them out and I'm just keeping them in case someone wants to do something like that. So I'm just going to continue to try to get this space a little better organized. That was 4 stacks of cups. I made it into 2 because it'll lay down better and they were able to fit that way. So that was good. So just think differently than what you're doing now and things may work a little better. So try not to just think, well, this is the only way I can do it. Just try to think through, maybe I can try something different and it may work better for you. All right, so I finished up with the pantry drawer, and this is the last thing I'm kind of working on in this video. So this tray is meant for just medicine and vitamins, and most of the other junk that's in there is because I stuck it there, because I will be straightening up the kitchen and there's some random thing that I'm not sure where it goes, or I don't know whose it is. And if it's just like a small little item, I just shove it in there. There's an ornament that broke and I was going to fix that I put there. There was a stocking holder that broke I was going to fix. I end up on this day, they weren't special ones that were like, yeah, what is this huge screw just doing? I have no idea. But on this day, I ended up just like throwing away those Christmas things that were broken because they weren't special to like one of my kids or anything. They were just objects we had. So if it had been one like my kids really loved, or that I had bought for them or they had made, I would have taken the time to fix it. But they were not, so I just got rid of them. But I rinsed it out. I took out that part of the video because you couldn't see me. But I rinsed it and then wiped it with a paper towel just to get, it was just a little bit dusty in there. So the bottom shelf is mostly going to be vitamins, except I think I do put throat spray in there too. And then the top one is mainly like ibuprofen, Tylenol, and then like some daily medications that people in our family take. So I take an allergy medicine every day. My husband takes a medicine every day. 2 of my kids take a medicine every day. So at one point I had these just like sitting out, and I didn't like that it felt cluttered with them out like that. So I got this tray so that we could have them out, easy to get to, but not just like spread out on the counter. So that's one of the things I would suggest you do, is if you have something that you don't want to put away behind, like in a cabinet behind a door, because you need it every day and you want that reminder to take it or use it, find a way to contain it. So a small basket or a tray or something just to contain it, so that it doesn't feel like junk just spread out. So that's what I've done here, and I like it for the most part, but I do have to clear it out sometimes because I am very guilty of just shoving stuff in there. All right, so I am just about done here. I take the things that I cleaned up, I take them to where they need to go, and I put them away. So they're now off of my counter and back where they belong. So yeah, that just about does it for today. So we switched out objects in 2 cabinets. We cleaned out my paper goods drawer in my pantry. And then we just straightened up this area of my cabinet that has just a lot of random stuff sitting around it that shouldn't be there. And I'm feeling a lot better about my kitchen at this point. Thank you guys so much. I'm just showing you some of the junk I've got that I need to put away. But Thank you so much for watching today. I hope this motivated you to clear out an area that's been bugging you or that needs your attention. Hopefully you will be able to get that cleared up and not have that bugging you anymore. If you would like to subscribe, I'd love to have you. And thanks again, and I will see you next time. Bye.